Hey everybody, this is Dimensions of the Supernatural. I am Maureen Grudzinski, and I'm with my great co-host Anthony Simonelli, otherwise known as
Hey, Mr. Forget About It. How you doing tonight?
Anthony. Has much more energy than I do, guys. So
This
tonight,
helps.
what
I'm
is that?
falling apart. Red
Oh,
Bull.
Red
I'm
Bull.
already on my third one.
We're
And a
not
cup of coffee.
advertising.
You
So I
look at my car. What does it say?
have a great day. Oh, that matches my shirt.
So how's
So
everybody doing tonight?
we have 3 viewers so far. We're hoping our guest shows
And two
up.
of them are me.
Sorry for my motif tonight. I'm not feeling so great. So, hi, Oof. Hi, Bobby.
Bobby and Oof.
Oh, there's our guest, the fantastic Dan. Please.
Hey,
Hey,
Dan.
how's it going?
What's
Good.
up?
How are you?
I'm all hinged
Yeah.
out
Hinged
tonight.
out.
I like how your head's in your head. That's cool.
I mean, yeah, I told her just in case I leave, I didn't leave.
By
There you
leave,
go.
he means fall asleep.
Yeah.
Like at everything tonight. Yeah, look,
Yeah, look at that.
Such an ass kisser.
Well, I know. How many years I've been going out to you? So
A lot. I mean, the picture of the house behind you tells a story.
Yeah,
Satellite
it kind of was.
I
and the
actually had a
siding's
birthday
been
party
redone.
out in Hinsdale. My 55th birthday. I had my birthday party out there.
Nice.
So
You sound like you're a little low key tonight.
Just rushed.
Yeah.
I actually
You're
I
locked
wanted
out.
to get my dog in for a walk, so I was like kept going like this, kept looking at my watch, try to get him because he looks forward to that. I look forward to that actually.
It's probably the time that you think is the best.
Yeah, I don't know. My dog's awesome.
I see you taking him for walks out in the rain.
Yeah, and
He's a
close to
cutie.
lakes and whatever.
That's nice. I think there's a lot of feedback. You guys hear that?
I don't hear anything.
I don't know.
You don't know. You,
I don't know where I'm at.
this is when you see us do this. It's what happens is on one of the shows, my camera went totally dead on the show before for a little bit of time on the show, and I'm hearing things, but I don't know where we are on the show. She's asking me, "You okay?" But everybody still sees me, but I don't see them. It was like crazy,
Like
So he's
a
and
like,
Chinese movie.
he's like, I don't
everybody
know
thought I
where
was
I
having a
am.
stroke. So I'm like this. I'm like, she's asking me. I said, I don't know where I am, like that, and so I got hit up, and she got hit up. Everybody thought I was having a stroke on the air.
Oh, jeez.
Ron Iacovetti, Lourdes Gonzalez, Chris Allgood, all of them. They were like, is he having a stroke? And I'm like, he seems
It's like-
fine to me. But he's like,
Like,
I
oh,
don't know
God.
where I
So
am.
you see like this, we just, and then some of the audience participate with us too as we do it. So. Yeah, well, it's one of those type of shows.
Yeah.
It's not a typical
Sounds like a
show.
pretty nice audience you got.
We do have a great audience. They ask lots of questions. We have a good group.
Oh,
So let's
Facebook
get
News.
on with things. So we mentioned just a couple of the things that you do. You own Hinsdale House. You have the Ghost Finder show. You have so many things going on. What we didn't mention is that you're an author.
Oh,
So
yeah. Mhm.
how many books do you have?
Just the one right now, and I have two in the works that we're working on. So just it's a time matter for me.
Yeah.
And
You're a
the book
busy
is
man.
about the Hinsdale House.
I'm sorry. Yeah, they're both about the Hinsdale house.
Okay. So tell us a little bit about how you came to own the Hinsdale House.
It was back, man, before I even owned it. I started coming there as like with my group, Greater Western Paranormal Society, and had some profound things happen there. And then found out that it was going to be torn down. it definitely was in disrepair. I mean, it had black mold in the kitchen, 500,000 honeybees, needed a new roof, siding was bad. You name it. It needed to be done. All the electrical was ripped out of it already. So all that would have had to been rewired. I went to my wife with that. Fixed her
And
up
she
or-
was thrilled.
Yeah, no, she was
Imagine
very
electrical. Everybody
supportive
help
of my
yourself.
vision, but it would have knocked out all the money we had, and it was, yeah, I hadn't taken a chance on anything like that in my life, and I thought I could use what I learned in the music business as far as promoting and marketing and to promote the house and resurrect it back to life so we could study it and use it for research. And, I bought into what I felt and the people around me bought into it. And I got so much help and paranormal communities embraced it. And we've been able to, make it a well-maintained looking farmhouse now as opposed to something that was about to get torn down. We've improved the yard, the acreage. We've made things better for the people that come there to investigate that like to stay a little bit longer, more than like a night. So they have other things to do, and they're just going to keep improving it and making it a place for people to want to attend and go to.
Yeah. Well, for the first time I've been out there, now you made a lot of different progress. It's with the driveways and even the little pond you have in the back there. Because even when I first started going there, we wouldn't go by that pond because, it was overgrown and there was everything out there, and mosquitoes mosquitoes love eating me because I must taste like spaghetti sauce to them or something, because they chew my arms. Look, I'm all scarred up from these freaking things. So, yeah, and a lot of improvement with the house and everything. So.
Well, that was part of my goal, was to show everybody, not just be one of those people that always ask for a donation to do this or do that. I wanted people to see that they were making a difference as well. Like, I put my money where my mouth is, and making those improvements so people can actually visually see. Like, if you pull a house from 2000, picture the house from 2014, and picture the house today, you're going to say that's not the same house.
Mhm.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's even crazier for me to look at sometimes.
Yeah, I'm looking because I think I started going there in 2016,
Yeah.
15, 16, something like that. That's when I first started going there. And even the furniture and everything, it was, we were in Mary's room and we're hearing all this feedback. What the hell is all that? It was bees in the wall and you had all kinds of critters, And now when I went there, matter of fact, I was there not too long ago, like a couple months ago. And I drove up the first time in a while. I was like, whoa, check this out. It was really, I was really happy,
Yeah.
'Cause you build a shed in the backyard there? Or was that a garage, whatever that thing is?
Yeah, it's got like a big shed with two enclosed areas so we can lock things up for storage, and then we have an open area like to store whatever, just to have an area.
Yeah, yeah, that's awesome. That place. I mean, I wish I lived closer. If I wasn't 7 hours away, I'd be out there every weekend with you too.
Yeah.
I
He'd
love
be
that
living
place.
with you.
No, not that far. I mean, I'd be living in maybe the house, in his house, But yeah, if I was closer, I would definitely be more involved.
We could have them chop wood.
Yeah,
That would pay his keep.
Yeah.
chop wood. I'd be crippled the next day. Well, I'd be chopped. First chop, I'd be like, okay, where's my arms? That would have fell right off me.
That's
Maybe
great.
10 years ago. No, now I'm just an old fart.
We'll chop a wood. A wood.
A wood.
One wood.
Yeah, one would.
I can't even chop my own wood.
I have not had the ability to get there yet. So I'm really excited to eventually see Hinsdale. But I have watched every show imaginable that has ever had Hinsdale on it.
Oh, cool. Yeah, we have some more coming out in the fall. Two episodes of Deathwalker will be filmed there too.
So
So maybe I'll get to I don't think anybody knows this, but I did reenactments for Dan and Nick, which was so much fun.
Yeah, you could make it out for the reenactments at least, right?
Yeah.
Cool.
But I'll definitely come up and investigate as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll get that again in the future. Definitely. He said if it was closer, I'd be there every other weekend or every weekend. My wife would know, like, where are you? You're at that house again, aren't you?
Hi, Jenny.
Because that house
Um,
calls you. Once you start going there, it actually calls you. It calls you back. And everybody I spoke to in the past, or just, even recently, it's like, talk about the Hinsa house. And once they've been there, it seems like the house just draws you back. Keeps on calling you. It keeps on calling you.
It's funny that you say that because one of our teammates from Dark Echoes, Tammy, she said that she's been called to Hinsdale and she keeps getting the call to come out there.
Yeah, it happens a lot, and I think with the more research that we do, the more we're finding out, and it's by the help of the teams that we're able to do that.
So we might be coming out there very soon.
Yeah. No, I have some pictures and some announcements to make. So you guys are you familiar with that like foundation wall that we found?
No.
Did you know about that, Anthony?
No, when did you find that? No.
So on the right side of the pond, when we were excavating and leveling out the land from all the overgrowth and all the dirt from the pond, we came across this foundation wall. It was definitely like hand laid down bricks and stuff like that, and it's really cool looking. Looks like definitely 17, 1800 style wall.
Oh, wow.
And so we just stopped excavating that area and left it so we could start to unravel what was there. Now we know where the barn was. The barn was over the pond area because I have pictures of it, and I've had Dan O'Brien there who lived in the house for quite some time. The McMahon O'Briens owned it for almost 100 years. So he kind of explained to me where the barn was before it burned down. But we had the shit show team from Ohio there this past week, and they're really into like metal detecting and they wanted to kind of start digging it out, like seeing if they could dig it out anymore to see what they could find. And they found a lot of cool pieces from the barn. They found like an old pitchfork, but then they found another wall. So and then they dug down. There's steps and a floor. It's really cool. Like so far, so we don't know what this is from. It's a stone floor, and it's leveled out. So I'm gonna have to get a lot of stuff tested, and we got some work cut out for us to try to figure out what this is.
Stone floor. It's not a barn.
No,
Stone floor. Barns are. Even I'm from the city, so I know usually dirt or
Yeah, exactly.
It's not a stone. Stone is usually a foundation for a place.
I mean,
where
this
somebody
is
lives.
not. I mean, this is more like a big, giant cut piece of rock. I mean, it's like huge. I mean, it's.
Wow.
And then there's a step down, so it looks like it's chiseled out of something, like marble or something. It's really weird.
The George Taylor house, they found another floor and it kind of looked like a curved stairway. And then there was like rock underneath that as well. And they brought out like archaeologists and they found it was kind of like a summer kitchen underground because it was cooler underneath there. So maybe it had something to do with that, but this was like a home that had burnt down and there was a foundation and there was a summer kitchen underneath.
Interesting.
Because you know how your basement's always cooler
Oh yeah.
in the summer? That could be a possibility.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure yet, but it's a
In the
cool
place like
find.
the Higsdale house, I don't think they have a summer kitchen.
Well, this could have been a separate home or
It
something.
It's
could
not
have
a
been.
mansion or something like that. It was like one of those old mansions. Some kind of estate. I would understand, but his house was just like a farmhouse. So.
I mean, it could have been an
Rich people.
outpost or an old building, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Those
like
bodies
a
that we
separate-
found, maybe that's an old homestead of some kind from like the
Yeah,
early
an old homestead that burnt down and like just the stone foundation was left.
That's
Yeah.
wild. Wow,
That's
this
really
is
cool.
the first time I'm hearing this. This is very cool.
Yeah, this is the first time I've talked about it, except for the team that was there over the weekend that know about it. Nobody really knows about it yet. So
That's awesome. I mean, if I'd known about it when we went there a couple weeks ago, I would have been over there. We were like, hey,
He would have
doing
been
my
there with his like
investigation.
brush, dusting stuff off
You
and
know,
digging.
digging.
The archaeologist.
No, yeah, no, I'm not much of an archaeologist. Hmm. I would have went over there with dowsing rods, like, hey, what's going on? You know?
no, I
Yeah,
mean
they-
it's important because maybe it's a hidden story or something that's making the land or the house tick. It's good to know for anybody that comes to the house that we found this and that it could potentially unlock maybe something or answers to questions that we may have of the property.
that's awesome.
That
Yeah,
is
I
really
mean,
awesome.
it could be a portal too. Maybe that's what's opening everything to the property, like you said.
I'll leave that up to
Maybe
the
we,
psychic folk
you know what I mean?
to determine.
I'll get my hands on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could be almost anything. Wow.
Yeah,
That's awesome that you
that'd be
actually
cool.
talking about it on our show. See, okay, people, this is the first exclusive on what do we call it again? Dimensions of the
Dimensions of the
Supernatural.
See, Dan, I told you.
Hey, I'm old. I forget. Yeah.
So with Deathwalker, you guys work constantly and so hard at what you do, and you also have your own show you're investigating. How do you balance all of this?
Plus, he
Very
does tarot
carefully.
cards all over the country.
Well,
And
not
don't
just
forget
in
what I
this
told you,
country.
Anthony, at Gettysburg.
Yes.
I took it.
yes.
I took that job too.
Awesome.
You're holding secrets.
Hey,
Well, I was talking to Anthony because I haven't worked a day job in 2.5, 3 years, and an opportunity came. Lo and behold, we're at the Gettysburg battlefield bath for me to accept a job for the veterans, to help veterans that are trying to get assistance with their GI and education and things like that. So I'm actually accepted a job 2 weeks ago, started working 2 weeks ago during the day to process veterans claims at the at the VA, basically.
Oh, that's
For
awesome. I love
veterans
that.
benefits. I think it's after being there for 2 weeks, they need more of us. There's so many veterans that are looking for assistance, and if I can play a part in, it's something that's near and dear to my heart. If I can play a part in helping, that process go quicker, I'm going to do it. And it's cool
Yeah.
because I can, after the training, I only have to work 1 day a week in the office, and it's all telework, so I can do it from my office that I'm in right now, and I've already been able to balance it, coming home, working, and doing other things that I have to do for Deathwalker and Ghost Finders at Hinsdale House from my office here, like sales for my store. So, just have to, I'm a multitasker. And then I have to have downtime for my family too.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
And that's the only
And my dog.
thing. Always
And my
gotta make
dog.
that time for the family. You always make that time for the family.
Oh yeah.
Kids
I mean,
grow
my
so
whole
fast.
point is work hard now, enjoy the ends of it later. So
Mhm.
all my kids are, except for one, are over 18 now. So work hard, enjoy the benefits later.
Yeah. That's what you
Well,
gotta
thank
do.
you for what you're doing.
No, I'm thankful for all the veterans that have allowed us our freedom.
We
There's a
had
They
Facebook
deserve
user.
better.
Excuse me. There's a Facebook user that says, "Hi, Uncle Anthony. Can you tell me you're coming up as Facebook user? Who is that? Is that Kimberly, or is that Shayna?
You're gonna
Just
have
put
to
your
go
name
look
on
on the
it.
Facebook live feed.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe
And a
that'd
lot
be
of
easier
times
for
it
me.
doesn't show there either.
Yeah, it
It'll
does
say.
on there sometimes.
Kimberly Wolf.
Oh, Kimberly. Okay, she's a married. Yeah. I don't know if you met her. She was in Gettysburg also with us. Hi, Kimmy. She was in Gettysburg.
So, what do you feel like you put into the most, and what would you like to talk to about us? You
I
like
mean, I put in my heart and soul into everything that I'm doing.
what's
right now, like a lot of my energy's been putting into the the Ghost Finders, but Deathwalker, because we had to deliver season 4, and we also had to deliver season 2 and 3 in a different format to France. So we've been working hard on that, and we're just getting season 4 finished, and so we can get that delivered by September. So it's a lot of energy right now. A lot of the energy is with Nick and the editors trying to just get the shows all finished and put
Mhm.
together with everything that we filmed with the reenactments. It's coming together really well.
It's probably the most professional thing I've ever really seen done as an actress. It's so it's so neat to see put together.
It's cool. It really is. It's something that I've enjoyed being able to see the end product. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like we
And
film something and just see it placed into the show and how that works and how it looks, and it's just really neat.
and everybody works really well together.
Yeah, I mean we're a small group, tight knit, close. You know, we know everybody's. You know, if I can't be there for something, I know Angela's well equipped to do what we need, or Holly or whatever. You know, everybody pitches in and helps out with what's needed. So
Yeah, Angela and Holly are like the two hardest working women I've ever seen. Holly has the whole wardrobe in her car. Angela has like the best makeup experience I've ever seen, and it's so realistic. It's amazing.
Yeah.
I worked with you guys on season 4. I'd love to do it again. As a matter of fact, it was so awesome. It was so awesome.
thank you. Yeah, it's definitely fun.
Goofy wants to know, what is your background, childhood, or other couch-worthy experiences in the paranormal, I'm guessing.
Okay. Experiences. Putting it right there. I was born. She wants to know from the day you're born to now.
Goofy, if you want to like bring that together to something a little bit more specific, I think.
Is there like a?
What?
Oh, I just thought I heard an echo. I'm sorry.
There is an echo. I can't get rid of it. I've tried everything.
So my background. I mean, so growing up, there's actually a show done on my family. Well, me and my sister were in the show called My Paranormal Nightmare. I don't know if anybody's seen that, but it talks about me, how I grew up in my house, and kind of left and then came back and bought the house. It was haunted. You know, we were scared as kids, and we never talked about it. When we did, it was my dad or mom always kind of sloughed it off and tried to blame somebody else or something like that. But some things always stuck in my head, like how do we all go to church, go out for breakfast, come home, and there's crayon drawings on the ceiling and crayon sitting on the middle of the floor, and the door was locked? How does my sister's now she has OCD, so all of her sisters were all of her stuffed animals were always put on her bed. And oftentimes we come home, nobody's there, and we'd hear like singing, we'd hear like footsteps, and then run upstairs, and my sister's animals would be in the middle of her floor. So I mean, it wasn't like anything malicious. It was just things were happening that were unexplainable. Um, I ended up buying that house back from my parents, and then my kids started having some of the same experiences that I had. It kind of piqued my interest in looking at the history, what may have happened there, and then I found out that there were 2 children spirits that died of cystic fibrosis from the original owners.
Oh.
I had gone to a psychic medium, and before I even sat down with her at Lilydale, she said, "You have 2 children spirits living in your house." I'm like, wow, you know, and she says they're just letting you know that they're there and they're attached to something in the home that's theirs. And for the life of me, for probably a year or two, I couldn't figure out what it was. And then I went up in the attic of the house and never been up there, tiptoed across the floorboard so I didn't dive through the window. And then over in the back corner, there were paintings of a little boy and a little girl playing with their dog. And I was like, wow, you know, it's kind of like solved the mystery. And I told them that we had them, that they were safe and they could go to the light. And it felt like lighter. You know what I mean? It didn't feel like they were there as much, but they did come back every now and then. So I just kind of feel like that was like just learning about everything and who they were, and being able to find that picture was just like the Scooby Doo in me, you know, like mystery, and trying to figure things out and put the story together is what interested, got me into it.
So you just needed the mystery machine.
I just need a mystery machine. I got my dog now. We're good.
Chris Sanders is sending you messages.
Chris Sanders is?
Yeah.
Oh, hi, Chris.
He sent you a little ghost face.
Yeah. I remember when Nick first came into the Hinsdale house. It was I think the first year I went there, I was there right before he did. He was there, and he had that door open up.
Yeah.
Was that
We
on
had,
Fort
we,
Hospital
we
Hill?
had that same door open up. We're doing our investigation, and that was a crazy night. That's when I seen. Remember, I showed you the picture of the.
Yeah. It's hanging on the wall in the kitchen now.
Well, I showed you the picture at Gettysburg. This one. I don't know if you can see it.
Yes.
Yeah. That's what the woman I seen. I touched that carriage and I seen
Oh, the
I
baby
touched that
carriage.
I touched that carriage and I seen the woman pouring fluid on a child and setting the child on fire. It got me like really emotional. I left the place and I came back but I finished my investigation, of course, because that's the only time I ever got freaked out in any place I've ever been to.
Wow.
You know? And I was freaked out that night. And also, it actually made me emotional. I had tears coming down my face. And if you know me, I don't cry. I mean, it's like I never cried in my life.
Well,
it was very emotional, and of course I had to finish my investigation, but
the picture that he showed me is a direct description of what the lady that dropped that carriage off at the house. She didn't want it in her house because she was seeing a woman in white, and she thought she had bought that at a garage sale, and all of a sudden this woman just started appearing at her house. So she drove it to the Hinsdale house because she had been there before and just left it on the porch. So if that is attached to it and you saw it and then you drew it, so it's kind of cool.
yeah. But I drew that in 2016.
Right.
I only heard that story you just said at Gettysburg recently, 2023. So that was amazing to me that I seen something back in 2016. I drew it, and then now you're confirming it all these years later. That
Well, you never asked.
Yeah, well, yeah. Sometimes some things don't come up, eh?
I know.
He was actually telling me about the picture, and he was starting to say about how a woman, and then as he got right to the point where he was going to say the carriage, I saw the carriage with the baby in flames. And then he said that to me, and I was like, I was just going to say that. It was the weirdest thing. Like, I was picturing the same thing that he was drawing.
So, and also now I got that new picture at the house where I seen a couple months ago that girl on the staircase.
Yeah.
That was interesting too, because I was sent pictures of a girl standing on the staircase. People that actually took evidence of a girl standing on that staircase, and I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
So that
I
was
hung it up
interesting.
because it was meaningful, the picture. So I hung it up in the kitchen right by the stairs.
That's awesome. Thank you. Thank you.
So, have you ever had something that truly terrified you while you were at the Kinsale house? I know I talked to Nick and Justin about this, and they have their stories. But is there something that has truly terrified you, and you feel like I'm not going back?
No, I feel like the house pulled me in a way. Like if I was maybe supposed to be where I was, and everything fell into place for me to get it. And I think it's not going to want to scare me away, because without me, then there's no people.
Then there's no it.
There's no it. And I would always want it to be somehow like that. Now I've seen some things heard some things. If I was a new investigator or something like that and then saw the things that I saw, I probably would have been freaked out. I was freaked out the first time I was there when I found out there was a failed exorcism in the house, a structural exorcism.
Mm.
But I had to collect myself, ground myself, and go do the investigation. And it was a very active night. I was not last June. I was there with my friend Kaylee. She's a skeptic. She had never really experienced anything paranormal, but she loves the house. Came there a couple times for tours and stuff like that, and then she just asked if she could have a night alone, try to figure out and investigate and see if she can see anything or hear anything. And I'll tell you what, it was quiet, probably till like 3 in the morning, and then I was like, took a little nap or something because she had to get up early, and so I went on the big couch. She was on a small couch, and all the lights were off in the house, and the only light that was on in the living room was the night light on the wall. And I was just kind of turned over on the couch, and I felt something touch the back of my neck, and I just was like, "What?" Because I've never, only like one other time in Waterford, Pennsylvania, did I feel like I got touched. And I felt it. I felt it was like a feather touching the back of my neck, and I turned over, and there was a black shadow that was crossing in front of the light. It was blocking the light out. And I was like, took a deep breath, and I was like, "Oh, there it is, right there." Like this is the one that we catch on the cameras all the time. And I'm kicking over at Kaylee, and I'm like almost kicking her in the head, and she turned over, and she saw what I saw. She was like, "Oh my God, do you see that?" And she jumped over on the couch with me. The energy just went back and forth probably 2 or 3 times, and then it went back over to where the heater was, and where that would have been a room just dissipated into the room.
So,
She's
And
still
now,
a skeptic.
no, she's not a skeptic anymore. And we were gonna leave at like 6:30 in the morning, and then we dozed off after that. And I woke up probably like 5:30, and she was gone. She said she couldn't sleep there. Just drove home.
with skid
I'm like,
marks in
"Thanks
the
a lot."
driveway. That place, I mean, every time I go there, I mean, the one time I was there, and that's the same time I think the door opened up on us. That's back sitting in the kitchen. Everybody's sleeping, snoring, and I'm sitting in the kitchen. I can't sleep for nothing, and I'm just like, got my camera, I got all the stuff, and then I'm just like, and I'm asking questions, trying to do EVPs, and when people snoring and EVPs aren't, when especially on reviews, like, is that somebody or is that somebody snoring? But on the second floor, I was sitting in the kitchen, facing the back door, so you know where I probably am. I'm like next to the refrigerator type area, and sitting there, and I hear laughing and running around on the second floor. It sound like little girls. So I'm like, all right. So I go sneaking up the stairs. As soon as I get to the top stair, I walk into the room. Why? Nothing. I was like, okay. I'll go back downstairs and see what happens. I start going back down the stairs. I'm not even halfway going down the stairs. I hear giggling. I hear the girls giggling at me. Like they laughed at me like, be quiet, he's here. And then as I'm going down, I go, hee, 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 hee. So I go back up. It stopped again. I'm like, this guy be kidding me. I said, okay, kids. I said, I'm going to go downstairs. And I left the recorder up there. And I didn't get nothing in the recorder. But downstairs, I heard the giggling. It was weird how it didn't pick up anything on the audio recorder, but I heard it. And it's like they were playing with me. Every time I went up the stairs, they stopped. Every time I went back down the stairs, they started giggling at me. So I was like, okay.
That's the thing that stood out to me. Like when I first bought the house, like that would happen all the time.
It's something. I think the kids play with you. I don't know if anything.
I had kids that played in my house. We played hide and go seek. And I've never even had anybody die in my house or on the property or anything. It's just like I'm a beacon and they come here.
Did you get to find them, or are they still hiding?
Oh, no, I crossed
their ghosts. You're not going to be able to see them.
I crossed them over.
Oh, that was neat.
But it was really cool to like hear them with their little footsteps, and they would giggle a little bit, and everyone else was afraid.
Yeah, that was. Oh, yeah. I mean, I was. I went there. I had my 55th birthday there. We did a couple experiments there. By putting. I had a wireless microphone. I sat in the backyard. Everybody sat in the backyard. We put all our recorders and cameras inside, and I had put a speaker on the second floor, and I started asking questions, and nobody was inside, and we heard a lot of ruffling and stuff going on with nobody there. It seemed like they don't want nobody. Like, let's play, and I asked. It's like I started acting like I was one of them. I'm like, can somebody tell me how to get out of here? I'm lost. I'm lost. I said, can you just knock on a window to show me where the window is so I could go out? And my friend Joe McCaffrey, and his son, young Joe, they were in front of the building, and we were on the back. And all of a sudden I hear knocking on the window. So Joe comes back around, not knowing what I said. He goes, "Who's inside the house?" I'm knocking on the window in the front. I'm like, "Oh, you gotta be kidding me!" And yeah, we heard knocking on the recorder. That was so awesome. And nobody was in the house, and I was just playing, seeing how the house reacts. Because I just think it's the house. Everything in that house is, you know.
Well, you know that there's stories dating back to the 1970s, similar situations happening with even the dandies that lived there.
Mm.
Claire's book, she wrote about seeing what she thought was an energy or a man and a child or something like that outside the house through the window. And when they left to go outside to see who they were, there was nobody in sight. And they looked around at the house in the window, and then they were inside the house.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah,
Yeah,
looking at them through the window on the other side.
I mean, I got so many stories of that house. I know you probably have a lot more. I'd rather hear you talk than talk all night. You know what I'm saying? You're the guest. I'm not.
Talking.
Yeah, it's like guest blocking. You know?
Dan, do you
But,
feel like you have abilities?
I mean, I feel very in tune.
Like empathy, you're an empath,
Yeah,
and
100%.
intuitive.
Yeah. I feel like people are drawn to me. I've studied it. I've taken, I don't want to say that I've taken classes, but I was under tutelage of a career psychic medium. I did a podcast with her until she passed away. She did it for 52 years, and she pushed me hard, even to the point where she was doing her show, she would push me on the spot and make me answer like psychic questions. I don't, I use it to my benefit, but I don't like go around and give readings and stuff like that. I feel like, I don't know. I just feel like I have the ability to feel what people are feeling, react appropriately sometimes, and I don't know. Yeah, it's all around me. Like I just feel like energy and how to act. That's why I'm so calm.
Yeah. I think that helps when you're living, or like if you're in a house like that too. Maybe that's why they don't react to you.
Possibly.
Like you said that you've never really been touched, and lots of other people have been touched, scratched, pushed, punched, pinched. I've never been touched before, ever.
Yeah.
I feel like it's almost like you're protected.
Oh, that Bernice told me that. She told me I was very protected by more than the norm.
I feel the same way because I've been on lots of investigations with other people, and they've been touched. And they're like, "Haven't you ever been grabbed?" No.
No, I mean, I feel like when I've put myself in situations that it's Like the other one time that I felt like I was shoved was at the Eagle Hotel in Waterford, Pennsylvania, as I was going down the stairs. It was the weirdest feeling in the world, and there was nobody to touch me in the stairwell. And then there was one other location, the Bel Air House. I forgot about that. And I was there with my friend Louie, and we were sharing the same bed with the room where the stairs go up to the attic. And I remember feeling something like pushing down on me when I was sleeping, and I had my eyes open and I couldn't move. I felt like paralyzed. Um, and I could talk. I said, Louie, and he woke up and he goes, "What's the matter?" And he pushed me, and then it was like something just let go of me
Hmm.
because it wasn't happening to him.
I've had lots of things like breathe right in my face or be right on the back of me. I've had something even step on my flip flop to kind of like trip me up, but I've never had anything touch me.
You know, I mean,
Yeah, I
like
also
said,
feel like
I had all kinds
a lot of
of
the people that claim to get touched or scratched, because it's energy. You know, it's an energy that we can't understand, or maybe they can't understand either. And a lot of the times people associate that with negativity, and I don't. Like if I have a mark or somebody else had a mark, I would at first think that that was maybe them just not knowing how to control their energy because they're without their vessel. You know?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
that's
call
how
it
I
me.
feel. I mean, sometimes, you know, because I have been scratched, punch, push, and all that, like stuff put out, like feels like cigarettes putting out my leg. But sometimes I feel they're not doing it to hurt you. I think they're just trying to do it to get your attention.
Yeah.
You know, and that's the only way they know how to get your attention. You know, so.
But there's no
Yeah.
way for them to portray how they feel, and that's why we need to make strides in what we're doing, like with what Ron's doing. You know, like it's amazing.
It is.
Mhm.
So we have two questions. Jenny Colucci says, "Hi Dan, do you feel
Hey,
the
Jenny.
overall activity is greater outside the house or inside?"
Um, at any given time, it could be either or. You know, it's if it's not as busy in the house, you go outside and it's active. You know, this past weekend when I was up there, it was very active on the outside of the house. Although I wasn't there very long to investigate, you know, it varies depending on where you are and what you're doing. So, I mean, that's why it's kind of like an adventure when you go there because you have so much ground to kind of cover when you're there.
Mhm.
Ufi wants to know there are at least two kinds of touching in this context, physical and mental. Can anyone speak to that?
Well,
Dan, do you
nobody
wanna
can mentally touch me because, you know, there's not much left after that.
Yeah,
I left a
no,
lot of that back in the 70s.
I mean, I've been physically touched a couple of times, but again, as an empath, you know, I feel like the energy around me. Like I don't feel like anything's like scarred me, like that I couldn't
Mhm.
understand or try to understand. Going with compassion and love, trying to figure out what was going on. There's been a couple times where I've been freaked out, you know, like that. There was a case in Niagara Falls, like a private case that I worked that freaked me out. That you know, it was something we had to have a cleansing done. We had an exorcist there. I mean, it was pretty crazy. I actually witnessed the girl Tina. She levitated off the couch when they were doing
Get
the
out.
exorcism upstairs. Her dog, who was 16 years old, didn't even get up to greet us. It just sat there. It was just like an old dog just laid there, you know. And when they started doing the exorcism upstairs, it got up and started running around the house like it was a puppy. Like something, the energy shifted, and it was one of the most craziest things to witness with my own eyes. But you know, it's something that you know she's a friend. She's actually been an extra on Death Walker. You know, she's somebody that you always want to follow up with to make sure she's okay. You know, because it was a
Mhm.
very emotional case with a lot of people involved. You know, and that's kind of left me a mental scar, I guess.
Yeah,
In a way.
that would.
Yeah. Well,
I
what
don't.
it does is doesn't really give you a sky. It gives you more. You become more educated, and you learn from that
This is
kind
true.
of stuff.
I
You
think it
learn
makes you
from it,
stronger too.
you know, and gives you caution too. Because you go to an investigation, and everybody, I mean, people that are you afraid to go in those places? Yeah, but I'm not going to show it. I'm just going to go in and do what I got to do. If something happens, I'm going to go towards it. I'm not going to run from it.
You
You
can't
know?
show it, or things
Well,
show
that's
it.
the other thing too. Like I'm not afraid to say that I don't know. Like I don't understand this, and let me get somebody that maybe does understand this a little bit more than I'm gonna. Maybe they can help out better, you know. Like, and that was the case with that house because when we went in there to investigate, we're like, this is above my pay grade right now because we weren't getting paid to begin with. But
Yeah.
it's not something that I felt comfortable trying to deal with on my own or with any of my teammates that didn't having so much training as I did either, you know. So and the people that you meet at the conventions and the people that you meet, you know, you never know where that person's going to come in handy, you know. And I happened to meet a priest at an event in New York, and he came out and helped us. He sent his whole crew out, you know, and I was like at awe just to see it in action.
That's awesome. Like you
But
said,
you never know too. Like I've met Buddhist exorcists. I've met, you know, they don't call it an exorcism in different religions, but there's they've come in handy, especially for people that aren't Christian. You know, like you don't want to push that on them when they believe something else. You know, I think that's a lot of the problem with the house too, with the exorcism. There's so many different levels that maybe it wasn't a Catholic exorcism that they needed. They needed
yeah.
healing, and they needed love, and they needed a lot of different things that the house wasn't getting or the property. Maybe. I don't know. That's my theory. But I've been working on it.
That's a good theory. I mean, sounds about right because everybody dead is a certain religion, you know, and like you said, sometimes it's just, you know, they need the healing or, you know, because
Better
everything,
understanding.
yeah, I don't believe everything out there and, you know, it's not like TV. They make everything into the devil, all these movies. You know, all these
Right.
they make everything is demonic and demons and stuff like that, which it's not. Sometimes it might be a really bad negative energy or spirit because they're, like you said, they might be misunderstood or maybe just, you know, want to be left alone or whatever, and they do anything just to get you away from them. You know, because maybe they're scared too. Maybe they still got the feelings like we have on Earth. You know. Maybe they do have fear and all that other stuff.
Yeah.
And we won't know until we get there. We don't want to get there too quick. No, not at all. You know. So
I agree with you guys. I think that it's not necessarily the case that a Catholic church has to do anything. I think it could be any religion that does an exorcism.
Yeah.
You know, I think that they're all religions are just as powerful because I think that they're all basically worshiping the same source, just called something different. It's just as
Yeah.
powerful.
Different belief systems.
Right.
Yeah.
And the cool thing with the house is we've been able to bring all different religions together, which is really cool. Like I've had a shaman there, I've had a witch there, I've had a priest there, I've had a Buddhist there, I've had all different types of lay people, psychic mediums that can bring healing energy to the property in their own way, and it seems to be helping. You know,
Has it acted differently depending on who's there?
yeah. I mean, when we've had the shaman at the house, it seemed like we were getting more Native American energies that were coming through and communicating with us. That was a lot of my focus, is because of the things that we found, the spearheads and the Native American burial grounds that were on the neighboring property. That there's just so much history there, is allowing to let them communicating with them, allowing them to know that we come in peace and have what our goals are, and that's why we started the tree in the back of the house too, or the giving tree, to honor the native spirits that were on the property and the energies that are there, and just allowing everybody to come together with peace and love, and let our worlds combine and have a good night of learning for everybody.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that tree is something. For the first time I got to see it was a couple months ago, and I was like amazed at all the gifts and the offerings people put in there. So that was, that is amazing on that property because that
I owe
property.
that tree and the idea of that tree to Amy Perry Brock, if anybody's familiar with her. Um, she's on her own path now. She used to help out with the house, her and her husband Jason. She was also, before she married him, Amy Perry Lane. And Jason used to come to all her events, and you could see the little love bubbling. And but she always brought a lot of healing to the property, and she would always do the overnight tours there. Did campouts there for a couple of years, and her legacy will stand for what she did there. My whole at some point I'm going to be putting up a plaque there with her name on it. Just because she started the idea, and I think it's just been able to bring so much healing to the property with everybody that comes there and offers something for the tree and the land. It's really cool.
Yeah, I thought it was cool. That place, I remember seeing an episode. I think it was Lockdown.
Uh-huh.
With the house, your house, with that house in England.
Oh yeah, that was the Black Monk House. Yeah,
The Black
with
Monk
Nick.
House. Do you feel that's any kind of relations with that, or there's a portal from there to out there, or back and forth? Because
I
that
mean,
house seems to be really bad. What I see, and your house doesn't seem to have the same energy.
Yeah, I mean, theoretically, if the portal could open up anywhere, you know, but that's where it was telling Nick to go when he went there. Just trying to, I don't know. I felt like whatever energy that was there that was darker and sinister in nature at the beginning when I first owned the house, it's been suppressed, and he's been involved with that, suppressing it and looking the evils right in the eye. Does it still come out once in a while? Yeah, but it's
It
not
does
like
come
when I
out.
first bought it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, like I said, when I first went there to now, it's kind of different in a lot of ways.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we're bringing a lot of positive energy there
That's awesome.
in order
Yeah.
to, try to continue to figure out the story. Like it seems like when you have a positive outlook on things, more puzzle pieces like this foundation and these like what we're unearthing there. It's just crazy to think about,
And it's wild, but just to think about, and then you don't know what else is in there too,
No, we still got a lot of work to do.
and you don't know what you might come across, and it might just be another another branch to the tree of the Hinsdale house, or the property.
Could have been buried for 150 years, who knows?
Yeah.
It's interesting that you brought up the tree because Anthony and I were recently at a place that we can't mention, but you'll know. I was walking around the back of this place and I said, why am I getting like a hanging tree or something? And they said, oh, part of the tree at the Hinsdale house is here.
Probably know what we're talking about.
I know exactly where. It's right by the front door.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that's what I was. So it was kind of cool that you brought that up tonight because that's just like more validation.
Yeah. That hanging tree. I mean, I was like surprised. It's like it came down. How did it just came down during a storm, didn't it?
Yeah, no, it was. I mean, if you read the newspaper article, supposedly it was a nice sunny day, and all of a sudden it got cloudy. A lightning bolt came down and hit it and knocked it over. And then it was, it was like destined that tree to be hit.
Yeah.
I mean,
Maybe
I
it
don't know
wasn't
if that's,
supposed to be there.
I don't know if that's how it happened, but that's how the news reported it in the article that I have.
Yeah. But that's the tree and all the pictures and all the advertisements. You have the tree with the tire on it. That's the hanging tree, wasn't it? Yeah.
No,
No?
the hanging tree was at the northwest corner of the property on McMahon Road. As you come off the main road, it was hit by lightning in 2003, and it tipped over into the ditch.
So was there a hanging tree and a giving tree?
Yes, there's both now.
Yeah.
Because I think you would have not said the giving tree if it was a hanging tree.
No, but the tire swing has been there as far as since the 60s, 70s. It's an old tire swing hanging out in the front of the porch. It's kind of an iconic picture, like everybody takes a picture of the tire swing in front of the house.
Mhm.
Because that's so like childlike and innocence, and then they
Right.
picture the house as something totally different,
Yeah.
which is really interesting.
I mean, that house is really great. I mean, it just pulls me back. I just want to go back there. Like, I'll be there in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll jump in my car and we'll go.
Well,
Goofy
you'll have
wants
to
to
come. I'll have to show you where the original hanging tree was. But there's
Yes.
just a stump there now, and there's pieces of wood down in the ditch. If you watch Paranormal Lockdown, Nick and Katrina, they walk all the way down that road to the main road, and then they go down into the ditch and they're investigating where the tree was.
Yeah.
Okay.
Goofy wants
I
to
didn't
know,
realize I went down the road, but okay. I
Do you
got my bearings a little confused with that.
That's all
we'll
right.
take you back, Anthony. You can walk the whole property.
Have you seen the QR code tour yet? Did you see that when you were there?
What?
The QR codes in the house?
I don't remember.
Okay, so in the house, throughout the house, there's 12 different stations that you can scan with your phone, and there's like interviews with Clara Dandy, there's interviews with the priest, there's like stuff that we've compiled in history that we've compiled that you can
Awesome.
scan and get instant information on that area of the house or location. And then at the end of August, we're putting up a Wi-Fi extender onto the property, so the Wi-Fi will extend out to the pond, past the pond, and up into the forest.
Mhm.
And then we're going to be putting up 12 stations on the outside as well that people can scan and just that way it's something that I and Vicky can update. If something changes, we can update that information, and everybody will have up-to-date information on the location from all the research that's been done from other teams and stuff that we've compiled ourselves.
I didn't see that. I mean, if I was there, I would have definitely did that.
Well, next time.
Yeah. Well, you know, Ron Iacovetti and Lourdes Gonzalez.
Yeah.
Actually, that's who I went up there with,
Hmm.
and Giuseppe, Uncle Giuseppe, and we went up there and we actually did his Staticom, but we tried it as an essay experiment, and we did it that way. It was interesting because it was like it's the first time that we put it up there to try the Staticom, but then we did it with the essay, and it's like really it was like I mean so much different than the when you
I think
do
it's
it,
amazing.
you know, and to do it that way was interesting. How we just and we were getting answers, and they were getting nasty with Lourdes.
I
They were
believe
getting
it.
nasty with Lourdes. Yeah. They were getting really nasty with her, and we were surprised at that, But we all got experiences, and we all gave answers, and it was interesting how it worked out that day, out there. So so we did actually, like I said, we did the experiment with the Staticom out there, and then with the SE with the Staticom. So it was an interesting weekend we had there.
I bet. It was something that I really wanted to be able to get to as well. I could have. But
Mm.
It's such an amazing thing to use. It's like using a phone to the other side.
yeah.
Well,
It'd be
they're
cool if
going to
everyone
be.
If anybody hasn't had the experience, I mean, and you have the chance to go on a tour with those guys, I would definitely do it because it's such a unique setup that takes time and everything needs to be perfect. But they make sure of that when they're at the location, and the results are just unbelievable.
Yeah, and they're such wonderful people.
Oh my God, yeah, they really are.
Yeah. They're having on the Paraflix. They're having a documentary on August 9th. I think August
Awesome.
19th.
Unknowingly, no.
Talking to the dead. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, you can listen to that. I mean, if we ever get back out there, we'll definitely let you know.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's fun to investigate with them too.
We brought them in for an episode to investigate with Nick too, so they'll be on season 4 coming up, and it was amazing.
Yeah, so you heard some of it.
I was there.
Oh, you were there, so you
Yeah.
did it already with them.
Yeah.
And what they're doing is it's like something new. Them and then Tony Rathman and Sherry Rathman.
It's amazing.
Isn't it like jaw dropping to sit and listen to it? You just don't want to walk away.
Mhm.
I just at awe
Yeah.
with the responses. That such unbelievable responses.
It blows the SB7 away.
Oh my God.
My mother came through on that a couple of times. My mother and my dog came through.
My mom came through too.
You'll see it on the documentary. I'm on part of the little documentary with them. And my dog came through and my mother came. It was like, wow.
Wow, you said it's coming out on the 9th?
The
Tomorrow?
19th?
The 19th.
Oh, okay.
19th, yeah.
Cool.
On Paraflex.
Everybody will be sitting in front of their TVs like this.
Definitely be checking that one out.
Yeah.
So,
that should be
do
good.
you think that there are extraterrestrial entities? And if yes, have you encountered any?
I think that I've always believed that there is. I believe that I've seen some with my own eyes. I believe that, I don't know if anybody's checked out Deathwalker. We did an investigation at the Western Block, and if you haven't seen it, go check it out. It's free to watch. I feel like we've connected with some type of alien or interdimensional being at that location. I don't want to like ruin it if you haven't seen it, but Nick captures in a camera. It looks like an arm, but it only has 3 fingers, and it looks like suction cups to me. And it's just unbelievable because when they were doing the investigation, it was just Nick and his cousin, and then we had 2 cameras, one that was set up on a tripod and one that Justin carries. And the one that Justin was carrying out of the same camera, there's no reason why one would pick it up and one wouldn't. The one that was on the static cam, stable, meaning that there was no human error and no human motion, was pick this thing up. And we overlaid them. We had an expert look at the footage. We had, we brought in everybody that we could to try to give us some type of answers to why, and there's just more questions.
So the static cam picked it up and the other one did not.
Right. So the one that had no human interference with it picked it up.
Interesting.
That's
I would check it out if you haven't seen it. Go to
Do you
Tubi and watch Deathwalker.
Do you think that there are ghosts of extraterrestrials?
That could possibly be what we were looking at. But I kind of feel like I don't know. I feel like it may be interdimensional. Like there's just different layers that we can't capture with our own eyes or see with our own eyes that is being pictured up by different spectrums that we can't. So I'm not 100% sure how the camera did it. I mean, it's high definition, way better than our eyes. 4K or higher, I think it's even higher than 4K, and that's unbelievable.
Because static is said to create spirits, and if it's a static cam, that could be what it was.
What is it?
Like spirits are supposedly created by static, or they are.
But by static, I mean like it wasn't being touched. It was just like being held on a tripod. So it wasn't. There was like no static involved. It was Nick investigating. We heard something being thrown, and then as you enlarge the picture, you see this hand coming in on the camera.
I think I've seen that one. That sounds familiar now. I think I've seen that one where the
I
head
don't think I saw
comes
that
around.
one.
That's a place to check out if you ever come up this way again. It's so much energy there. It's right across from the Erie Canal locks that are still active, and the water is just gushing through the canal 24/7.
So the water will create something.
Oh my God! And so they turned the front of the old factory into like an art gallery and then artist lofts. You go up the stairs and it's just the old factory, like it's been left not touched since the 1970s. It's crazy.
Yeah,
It's really
so that's
cool.
awesome. Every time you always have something new up there. It's like, why are you guys so far away? You got to bring it close to me.
We got a lot of cool people up here too that are into it too, so it's cool to be able to work and go to these new locations and check them out.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I wish I. Plus, getting up there during the winter is a little hard for. I don't know how you guys do it out there in the winter time. I mean, I'm
It's
over
not
here. I
that
get a
bad.
little. I mean, I get a little snow on the ground, and
I'll take that. I'll take a little bit of snow over a northeaster any day.
yeah, oh yeah, you guys get. I mean, from October to
No,
May.
from October to May, it's a blizzard here.
Yeah. Well, you're closer to like the Buffalo, and it's like a lake effect kind of thing.
Yeah, so in a lot of the times it hits in bands. So I'm in the north. I live in the north towns, and they might have a couple feet of snow in Orchard Park where the Bills play, and I'll look outside and I can still see the grass. It's crazy.
It's weird. It really is. Do you guys think that there are different portals for human spirits as compared to extraterrestrials?
That I mean, I don't really know. I mean, in theory, but
Yeah, everything is theory. I mean, none of us are rocket scientists. Well, even rocket scientists have theories too. You know, so it's not a direct science. So everything's pretty much theory.
I mean, I would think that they would work one on one if it's all energy based, But who knows?
You can't destroy energy. Energy is a solid. It's and not solid, but energy is always there. Always look for a place to locate itself. You know.
And if you're using energy to travel,
Mhm.
And you're getting lots of love in the chat.
maybe the extraterrestrial has a way to shift its energy out of its body, like an outer body type thing too,
Mhm. Yeah. You
like
never
a
know.
remote viewing.
That'd be awesome. That's awesome.
I kind of think that, and I don't, this is just my own theory, and I've said this many times. I don't believe that there's a heaven and a hell. I believe that there's different dimensions. So you could jump back and forth. And that's why it's easy for us to see spirits.
That makes sense.
It could be nothing at all, but that couldn't explain a lot.
So, but I know. How did you start working with Nick Roth? I mean, I know he started with your place, and then, you know.
Well, I mean, it was he started at our place, and then just got to know each other slowly and surely, and then I don't know, like things just progressed on our friendship, and a trust was built, and now it's I don't know, he's one of my best friends, he's just a
Yeah.
good dude.
I think
You
you're
know,
both genuinely nice guys, and as long as you don't burn each other, it just stays that way.
Yeah, I mean it's a lot of it's business, but a lot of it's we have a lot of the same goals in life. We have a lot of I always respected him for his balance with everything that he did, with his family and his kids, and I see it firsthand. I see how he is to this day. Loves his family. It's what makes him tick, and that's what makes me tick.
Yeah, me too. Family always comes first.
And
How I
there's a lot of mutual respect there.
Look right there. Look.
There you go. I got him on my arm too. See, there's Gavin right there.
Oh, it's cool. It's like,
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he's got his daughters. He's got what, 1, 2, 3, 4. He's got 5 kids, and him and Tessa right now. So he's got them all for the next 3 weeks because his daughters are visiting him for 3 weeks before school starts.
To me, that's great. You got to be around your kids.
When he has all the kids together, he's just so happy. It's just like, I know it's stress, and the baby and the little ones, the boys, the girls, but he's happy. That's what makes him happy.
They always look like they're having a great time together.
Oh yeah.
That's what's important.
Yeah, it was meant to be, and I think about, like, if my friendship didn't progress with Nick to the point where we started working together, he wouldn't be here with Tessa. He wouldn't have met her. He wouldn't have moved to Niagara. We wouldn't be doing that. There's so many like what ifs. If this didn't happen, where would the path have gone? And it's crazy to think about all that. Like the guy that I used to watch as a kid. No, I'm kidding. He's older. I'm older than him.
I used to watch it when I was a little kid. I remember looking up there.
I'm his elder son.
He's such a sparkly personality. He really is. Like, he just lights up a room, and he's just the nicest guy. All of you guys are. I mean,
And when you put him and Tessa together, it's like a whole nother world too. Like, you wait till you see season 4 with them together doing some of the investigating. It's crazy. Well, it's not crazy. It's awesome.
yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I didn't have the privilege to meet him yet. No, as I say yet, because I always bump into somebody down the line. That's maybe one day.
Yeah. It will happen. Manifest it, right?
Right. Go down to
Maureen did.
I did. I loved meeting all of you guys. I loved everybody on set. I didn't get to meet Tessa, but like Sean and Justin and you and Nick, all of you were fantastic to meet and get to know. And it was probably like the highlight of my life.
Well, you gotta also, like, I've been on sets too, like where we all balance a lot. So a lot of the jobs, there sometimes there'd be like 20, 30 people on set doing all the different jobs, and we kind of do 3 or 4 or 5 each and balance it out. So
Yeah, like I didn't want to leave. So if there was a job that was needed and I could fill that spot, I jumped in.
yeah, it's contagious, right? It's fun.
It is. It's a lot of fun.
And that's what I want. And it's cool because I've been able to incorporate some of my friends that normally wouldn't get a push, like Ron and Lawrence. They do such great things, and to be able to get them on the screen to show what they do and get some little bit of recognition, it's important, and so being able to bring in some of our friends and then some of our other friends that want to come in and help do reenactments and to see how it's done. It's great to be able to involve the people that are passionate about what we're doing with the show.
Another one of my friends on Steve Holte.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We've had him on a couple.
Yeah, he that guy is with his equipment, the building his stuff, and he was on that one on the one where he bought the Tesla coil.
The old Tesla building.
Yeah, he brought the Tesla coil in, and I'm looking at that thing. I'm like, man, that thing could electrocute me. It's like that thing.
Now, what sane person says let's put a Tesla coil in and put on a metal suit?
I was so worried for Nick when he did that.
Well, there's a reason for that, I guess, right? He wanted that reaction.
It's like, zoom. Yeah.
He didn't even look nervous or anything.
It's a fair. I mean, he got snapped a couple times.
Yeah, I can imagine.
I think if I was Tess, I'd walk out.
Does that
It was a Faraday. It was a body Faraday cage.
Mm-hmm.
But does the suit get hot? Does it make any kind of heat?
It did.
Because you got electricity going through metal.
Yeah.
It's conducted. It makes heat. Resistance.
Exactly.
So I guess it got hot on him too.
It did.
That's something.
I probably have 30 pairs of sweatpants.
Nobody have a wet drink around Nick when he's doing this.
No, it's like, yeah, just stay out of the room just in case.
I'm surprised Katie isn't on, actually. She usually shows up.
Yeah, Katie and Steve usually on the show. They usually
maybe she'll be she'll watch the replay.
Yeah, Lourdes is out there too. I seen her on the Facebook. I put on the Facebook people so I could see who was on there because over here I can't see them all. And Lourdes showed up. She said hi. We
I
got
don't know which
Dennis
one of
and-
you is real. Like if you push your head back far enough,
Oh,
if
it's
it's the
like
big you or the like smaller you.
smaller me. That's
Okay,
me.
Jenny,
There you go. That's
okay.
me.
Take a nap now. You look
6
angry.
years ago. This is me now. 6 years ago, me now. Still the same fat, ugly face. You know, it's like, hey, that's
Hey,
what I am.
when's your birthday?
Oh, 3 days, Anthony, right?
Oh yeah, it's August 13th.
Yeah.
Coming up.
Yeah.
Happy
And I'm
birthday.
at-
Happy
Thank
early
you.
birthday.
I wanted
you,
to make
thank
sure
you.
I announced it on the show so everybody can make fun of you for it.
Yeah, my early birthday.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna be 61. You believe that?
Way over the
didn't,
hill.
I didn't think I was gonna be past 40. And then the 50 is coming. Like, I'm gonna die now.
6 years
And
ago,
then
you were on your way to the Hinsdale house.
Yeah. Well, you know, if I die, I'll die in the Hinsdale house. Like you have another spirit out there that people can contact. You know, but I would be messing with a lot of people. I'd be messing with
I
everybody
would
out
think
there.
I would do
So,
the same thing. That would be fun.
yeah,
I would
you know, they put their rampart, keep on setting it off every 15 seconds. Is there somebody here?
too. We will make
And then
a
when they're
deal.
sleeping, keep on going, so they got to run back and forth.
All
Are
of
you
us
kidding?
have to go and like check on each other. Whoever goes first.
Yeah. Are you here? But that's why Ron and Lourdes made that box, so they could contact me later on in life. You know, because they're always on the phone together, so they can still talk to me.
There you go.
Oh,
I
it's
always-
not a box. He gets mad when I call it a box. I'm surprised I didn't get the call yet. It's a method.
It's
It
a
is a
method.
method.
It's not a box.
It's
He
not
will
a
be so
box.
mad at
The
you.
box is just part of the method.
It's just a laptop and a screen and a method.
Method. Yeah.
So the code word is pineapple. I always say it's pineapple for whatever it is.
Yeah. But
Jenny Colucci wants to know, have you thought about owning any more properties in the future for research? And is there a dream property you've ever said you'd love to own?
I don't know. I mean, this is my happy place as far as like my project goes. I don't know if it stood out to me, if it had a meaning to me. You know, maybe it was something I'd look at. You know, I mean, I hate to see something with such an amazing story get taken away.
Mhm.
So
The one that you have right now?
yeah, but it also would have to be really feasible within my life, what I have going on. I'm so busy as it is, so I mean, without the help that I have, I don't know that I'd be able to even run Hinsdale House, let alone another property on top of that one. You know, I just want to run Hinsdale House as effective and positive as we can,
Mhm.
and make
You
sure that
can
everybody
focus
has a
more
good
with one
experience.
property.
What's that?
You can focus more on that one property. Put all your energy into the Hinsdale, you know. Then if you then tear it away and you know go two places, put all your energy into Hinsdale. you get
Well,
it
in a
back
way,
the way you want.
in a way, I've been able to help out some friends. You know, like my friend Lori and Brooke. They own
Mhm.
Wildwood Sanitarium. They came to my 40th birthday party and were talking about this property that they fell in love with, and they're now 45 minutes down the road. And a lot of what I've been doing is to help market that location. I feel like the love and passion they have for that location, and it spawns off them. You know, it came to me, and I was happy to help promote that. So I mean, I guess in a way, I don't own the locations, but I'm happy to help promote my friends' locations that are wherever.
Mhm.
And there's a lot of them in Western New York. I have my friend Heather, who's a psychic medium, who worked with my mom at the casino in Niagara Falls, and she was getting turned away at all the psychic fairs. And I started running my own psychic fairs in Western New York, and it's now become like this huge psychic fair every year. And I gave her a shot at it, and she just did amazing. You know, people love her. She does what's that, automatic writing too? Like she's written books, and she found this location out in Gasport, and it's called Greystone Manor, and it's a bed and breakfast, and it's an amazing location. And we all support each other. It's not a competition. Rolling Hills Asylum, you know, is another one that is right down the road from us that, you know, we'll help promote each other. You know, when teams are coming here, there's trying to just think. You know, there's Iron Island Museum in Buffalo. See, all owners that all get along, that all help promote each other. Sweet Home Estates, my friend Ed opened that place. It's a new location, old funeral home. So I mean, there's a lot, and they're all within an hour drive or so of each other. And these are all people that went ghost hunting together as a without when we had teams and stuff, and now we all own locations
That's
on
awesome.
top of it.
That is very cool. You know, wish we could do that in Queens. The house goes for $1 million now. I'm like, for what? You know? So you buy $1 million house, you try and make it for ghost hunting. It's I don't know if it's not profitable because you're not going to make no money back for all the taxes you have to pay, everything over down here. You know?
Yeah, it would have to be part of it, I would think,
Yeah.
not just like what I do.
Hmm. Yeah. Well, you're so reasonable with your location. The price of your location is so reasonable for paranormal investigators to go there, because a lot of us are on budgets and stuff, and the price you guys, like, wow, you know.
All of us,
Hmm.
we're all the
Yeah.
same. We've all made a pact to stay low and help promote it helps promote the locations. You know, it's having a team that can come there and do their thing, and then they talk about it to the next people, and then they talk about it. It's good promotion, to be fair, not to try to
Yeah.
take advantage of people, you know. And I think that's kind of the good thing about Western New York. All the locations are fair.
Mhm. Now, you guys, do you still do the Haunted magazine? Is that
Oh yeah,
Are you a publisher in it, or just what are you?
I'm the distributor for Canada and the United States.
Well, yeah, and they're from UK, aren't they?
Yeah, they're from England.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I could say I always see you with the magazines, you know, selling them or whatever, you know.
Yeah, I have a really good base as far as like the subscriber base goes in the United States, building it in Canada, and it's available like in Barnes and Nobles, you know, some other places around the United States as well. But they usually get it after I get it.
Yeah, later on when we give it, shout out things you do, give the address so they could, like, people that they could actually
Order it.
order it, yeah, and maybe have it like delivered to the house and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Daily descriptions and stuff like that. That's
Goofy's kind of been like putting up websites and IMDb's and everything throughout the whole show.
okay. It saves you.
She put up the ghost finders. When I made up the link to broadcast, I put out whatever I was able to find on you. So I kind of stole it from your Facebook page.
No, that's okay. That's okay. It's all like centrally located. If you go to like danielclass.com, there's like all these sub pages at the top. So there's a Ghost Finders, there's Hinsdale House, there's like events that I'm doing, there's my store, there's, you know, so it's all up there.
So with the Ghost Finders,
Mhm.
you've been doing that with them for a while now, haven't you?
It's like 12 seasons.
Yeah, I've been on since season 9, and that was something where they came and solicited me to come and film at the Hinsdale House. And I remember I was at an event in Erie, Pennsylvania, when they were coming to film, and I had somebody else let them in, and they had asked if I'd do an interview. So I was racing home from the interview on the 86, and or not racing home, but racing to the Hinsdale House, and I got pulled over. Thank God I had a Hinsdale sticker on my car, because all the sheriffs and cops knew about the place. They're like, "Oh, what's up with the Hinsdale House?" I go, "I'm actually going there right now. I own the place." "You do?" And they're interested in it, and they actually told me that I might have
They're
been
so
going.
scared of you that they let you go.
No, they just said that, you know, I might have been not paying attention to how fast I was going and pay more attention. Thank God. Yeah, and then I just saw how professional that they were as an independent paranormal team. You know, you saw how we were on Death Walker. It's similar. to the way that they do things with the Ghost Finders. Rob's a perfectionist as far as like the set goes. I mean, we get catered, we get hotel, we get all that stuff when we travel around, and it's really good cameras, really good editors, and it's fun. It's a fun thing to do. It's not nothing that we're getting rich off of, but we're having fun putting together a show, showing our what we do best as individuals and together on the Ghost Finders. So it's fun.
Yeah, I watched that a couple times on Paraflix also.
There's a new one coming out September 15th for season 12. It's going to be the first one for season 12. We're filming again next weekend in Baton Rouge, Louisiana.
Awesome.
See all over the place.
I've always wanted to go to Louisiana.
Oh
To
my
New
God.
Orleans.
The cooking, and I'm going to turn this into a cooking show because when I think about going to Louisiana, the cooking there is just unbelievable. My mouth starts to water thinking about like crawfish, etouffee, and jambalaya. All that. When you go there though, you got to make sure I have a full bottle of Tums.
We're not getting any younger, dear.
Nope.
Oh.
Omeprazole.
Yes.
You said Facebook user. That's Mary Ann. She's coming to Hinsdale at the end of August.
Yeah.
That's
Everybody,
it.
hey Lourdes.
Yeah, EVP team, and she goes, "Hi, Lourdes." Yeah. Well, Lourdes is somewhere on that. She's not answering tonight.
Is Marianne who?
Mary Ann. You know me with last name.
You're gonna murder it, aren't you?
Huh?
You're gonna
Do it.
murder
Let's hear your perception of her last name.
I know her too.
I love this part.
Rockelman. I put my glasses on, my real glasses on.
Use that as the excuse.
Yeah.
Dan, you're gonna have to let me know how far off he is.
Call me up quick. Tell me your last name. Rochelman.
Rochelman?
Rochelman.
It's R.
What do you say? What do you say?
ROCK.
Roquet?
Rochelman.
He's gonna slap me next time she sees me. Sorry. I forget my last name. Sometimes I gotta actually look at my wallet and pull
And
out my
he
license.
yelled at me one
It's
night because
okay,
I was
Anthony. I'm getting
totally delusional, and I said,
getting butchered all the
Simon
time.
He goes, it's Simonelli.
It's ROCKELMAN. Okay.
Okay.
Anybody know about that? Okay.
Rockelman.
You see what she wrote? It's okay, Anthony. I'm getting butchered all the time.
I know, but you're such good friends with her. You should know how to say her last name.
Yeah. You kidding me? I don't know my last.
He murders it. He said he already admitted he can't spell.
Yeah, Lourdes. Yeah, Lourdes go. I don't know where I am.
I don't know where I'm at.
And that's when they say that you got to raise your hand and
This is what I don't understand. What this was? I don't know where I'm at.
like, I don't know where I am. I don't know.
We got
I
into an
raised my hand.
argument over capicola because in my area they call it gabagool.
Gabagool.
He told me I was stupid and I had no idea what I was talking about.
No, you said gabagool.
Gabagool.
Like ghoul. Gabagool.
Ooh.
Gabagool. How we say it in Queens.
Gabagool.
Matter of fact, we should have some on
Prosciutto,
Saturday.
mozzarella.
I'm having a party.
Mozzarella.
We're having
It's
a party,
mozzarella.
a barbecue. I'm having, we're gonna have the barbecue and stuff. But we gotta start it off with the Italian cold cuts. So I got the butcher. I already paid for everything and got to pick it up tomorrow and bring it.
The butcher is actually the guy's name.
The butcher.
Quotes. The butcher.
The butcher. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And we're gonna have all the Italian cold cuts laid out first.
To make the
You know,
sandwich.
There's a sandwich. You make a sandwich, That's a good sandwich.
Lourdes says it's so weird seeing a double-headed Anthony.
How about that? Is that better, Lourdes?
Lourdes, doesn't he look angry?
It's the way my normal face is. I like
This is
I always look
typically how the
angry.
show goes, by the way, Dan. It gets punchy a little late.
Well, yeah, well, like I said, we're not a normal paranormal show, talk show. We
No,
talk
we
about
don't.
everything and we make jokes and yeah.
It should
Yeah,
be
it's my
fun.
fault. I started talking about food, so
I like talking about food.
just never know what direction you're gonna go.
Yeah. I like to eat food. I don't like talking about it.
I
I like
know.
to talk about
eating
it,
the food,
eat
not
it,
Next
talking
weekend.
about it. You know what
look
I'm
at
Next
it.
weekend, I'll be able to live it.
Yeah. Yeah, you
So-
just hang out. He likes, they don't know where I am. Waters is starting to rip me apart.
That's what. Where's my sandwich? It's not like the
Here's my
queen wave. It's more like the. I
Where's
don't
my
know.
sandwich?
I don't know
my
what's going
sandwich.
on.
I'm hungry. Where's my sandwich?
So Dan, what's your favorite food?
Mm.
It could
I don't
either
know.
be like culture or food.
I like Indian food.
Everything.
I do like everything. I like to experience different foods.
Mhm.
Is there anything you
Recently,
don't
I've
like?
learned to enjoy octopus. It's good. The
I can't
tentacles
do
are
that.
crunchy. Oh, yum.
No, I can't
Do
do
you
that.
eat it cooked, fried, or boiled?
All of them.
Yeah, the boiled, you make it a nice little salad and
Yeah, it's good.
oh, nah,
Good night, I'm
hey.
signing off.
Food. We talk about food, hey.
Can't do like mussels or clams or oysters or.
Not even cooked.
No, I think I got sick when I was little because I used to eat them.
Hmm.
And I can't do octopus or squid. Anything else I can do.
I could do any kind of seafood, hey.
My favorite, I'd probably say like my favorite dish is a chicken parm.
Ooh, that's good.
Fast food, yeah, something quick.
Anything
Homemade
Italian.
spaghetti.
Spaghetti. And you gotta
I
forget
thought spaghetti.
spaghetti. You gotta have the meatballs.
You gotta have a meatball.
You gotta have the meatballs. So the whole thing. You know?
See,
Yeah,
our
yeah.
whole comment section woke up. Everybody loves seafood. They're all hungry.
Yeah. I tried a seafood diet once and didn't
Soft
help
food, you
because
ate
all
it.
the food I seen, I ate.
Mm-hmm.
You
That's
saw
not
the
really a
food.
diet.
You ate it.
Seafood, I saw it, I ate it. So everything I see, I eat. You know?
Ooh,
Scallops,
scallops.
the bomb.
And nice scallops and butter and garlic sauce. Oh, jeez.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't eat
A little
dinner tonight.
lemon.
I'm gonna have to raid the refrigerator after this.
That was the
Matter
other
of fact,
thing. I made dinner tonight for the family, and I decided I was gonna make BLTs with the fresh tomatoes from the garden.
Ooh.
Good. Now, in the comment section, are you Miracle Whip or are you mayonnaise?
Mayonnaise.
Mayo. I like
like
Miracle Whip.
I
I
like
do
a
like
Miracle
Miracle
Whip.
Whip.
But the half of the sandwiches are made with mayonnaise, half are made with Miracle Whip.
So you put both on?
Miracle Whip, I do like it.
Yeah.
I mean,
No, I
my
don't put it
wife,
both
nobody
on
eats
it.
it in my house.
One sandwich gets like my daughter likes the mayonnaise, her boyfriend likes the Miracle Whip. He's with me. You know.
Oh, he's a keeper then.
I like him. He's all right.
He likes
Treats
Miracle Whip.
are
Why not?
good. That's all you
Oh,
can
so
ask
we're
for.
getting answers. Mayo all the way. Definitely
Definitely
Miracle Whip.
Miracle Whip. Hey, look, you got some more people on your way.
I think
Miracle
I
Whip.
could possibly do Miracle Whip if there was like that spicy, chopped up. It's like a pepper relish.
Oh, so like in your deviled eggs or in your tuna
No,
salad?
like if you get a sub and you put like mayo, if you put that on with it, I
Uh-huh.
could probably go with some Miracle Whip if that was with it. But otherwise, it's mayo. Oh, Lourdes wants to know if we could put the link to the premiere showing of Death Walker in the chat. We want to attend but can't find the post anymore.
Oh yeah, I'll put it up there. Let me find it.
I wanted to go to the premiere, but I can't make it.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry too, because I really wanted to get there.
We may do another one, but it's going to be on the West Coast.
I definitely won't be able to make that.
No?
No. My September, October, and November is extremely busy. Like 3 weddings a day. Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
I got to go to a wedding too in October. I'm excited for it.
Well, I'm actually performing them, so I can't.
I got to perform one. And
That's
I'm going
really
to one.
cool.
I'm going to go. Oh, can I post something in the chat or no?
Yeah, you can post whatever you like.
Oh, I got to log in.
Uh-oh. He logged out.
He'll come back.
Oh, no. We're having a good time here. No. Oh, no. See what you did, Lourdes? You knocked him out.
It's not
Madam Loki.
Loki's fault.
Here,
There it
Anthony,
goes. There you
I'll
go.
just share it. I'll share it in the private chat because it won't let me share it in the comments.
Okay, I'll copy and paste it.
There you go. Because it kicked me out.
He blamed Lourdes for that.
Yeah, I yelled at Lourdes for knocking
Okay,
you out.
there you go, guys.
Lourdes' fault.
There's the ticket link.
You know?
That's going to be the Death Walker premiere for season 4. Right before it comes out, it's going to be Saturday, October 15th at the Rapids Theater in Niagara Falls, New York. So make a weekend of it. Come and check out the falls, do the Thunder Rapids, go on the Maid of the Mist, and come and see Deathwalker with us and hang out. There'll be like a question and answer session with Nick and Tessa and myself, and Justin will be there, and some of the other great actors and actresses will be there. It'll be a great time. There might be some surprises too.
So is this going to be like the tickets to the event where you're in like person?
Yes.
So when does the actual show
We
premiere?
haven't got the release date from the network yet, so we don't know if it's going to be October or January, but it should hopefully we'll know that soon.
Will it be released in the UK first, or Canada first, and then to the US?
Well, this season may actually be released in the United States first.
Ooh, that would be nice.
Just depending on how it goes with with deals and stuff, because we're doing this on our own, it's not like we have a network selling the shows to all the different regions. We have a sales agent that's going to the Discovery Plus in UK. We have them going to like Blue Ant or Rogers in Canada, and then as we ink the deals and send the shows to them, and each like Canada's different, France is different, UK is different. They all have to be processed differently. So we have a lot of work to do when we do those, but it's looking good. We've had some interest in Italy. We've had some interest from Australia. So with everything that's happening with the Actors Guild, with the strike, not much new stuff like what we're doing is being produced. So.
Wow. That sounds great.
I can't wait to see it.
I think it kind of gave us an advantage too during COVID because we were just the 3 of us traveling around and filming. So it wasn't a big production. When everything was shut down, we were still filming.
I was really upset that it was being released in other countries first, and then we couldn't get it here in the US. And then they said, "Oh, it's going to be on FilmRise."
No, it's everywhere. It's on Sling, it's on Amazon Prime, it's on Tubi, it's on.
Yeah, now you can get it everywhere.
Yeah, it's available in so many spots streaming. So. There's always a spot you can find to watch it. But FilmRise is our distributor.
That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
Because you couldn't get it except for like on one thing, and then you had to purchase something, and then whatever. But and I've been getting your emails about being a brand ambassador. If you want to talk about that.
Yeah. So if you're interested in the house, anything that I'm doing. I have a store, the Haunted Store, danielclass.com, danielclass.shop, and I'm constantly putting like new things in there to try to sell to make money for what we're doing at the location. And if you wanted to become a brand ambassador, there's a little link at the top to be a collaborator with me, and you get discount codes. You get discounts on everything that you buy in the store. Plus, you can make commission off of anything that sells that people use your affiliate link. So it's pretty cool. I have a big group of people already in my. I get like 40 people. There you go. Brand ambassador right there, huh?
Right there. Look at it. Look at it. Look
Walk
at
the
it.
billboard.
It's a it says limited edition shirt. So
It is.
I got the last one, the last fat shirt.
I still have to get one of
I
those.
had to get it on me. So
Well, a lot of them I don't have printed. Some of them are print only in the store, and then I have certain ones printed for like when I go to conventions, and then there's certain ones that are only available at the house. So you got to go to the house to get them. It's kind of like it's like the CBGBs of Haunted.
Anthony, that means we have to go to the house.
I'd love to go there. You guys pick me up this time?
I'll pick you up.
You gonna pick me up and drive me?
Yep.
Nice.
Pickles and Angel wants to know restoration. So I think we talked a little bit about that before. So you're looking to restore the house because then you say you pulled out the electricity and
So the house was a shell. I mean, it had ductwork removed, electricity was moved. There was black mold all throughout the kitchen. There was a beehive of 500,000 honeybees in the floorboards of the one room. The siding was coming apart. The roof had to be redone. The porch had to be redone. Property basically had to be redone. So it's just been a ongoing process of taking the funds that we're making after all the bills are paid, taking the funds that we earn from like private investigations and then reinvesting that back into fixing the house up. And we've been doing it since 2015, fixing the property, fixing the house, and actually making the property more appealing. I don't know. It's like as an investigator, you go to a location, somebody's like, "Man, I wish they had this. I wish they had that." So like when people are coming now for longer periods of time, a week, 4 days, 3 days, they have we have a kayak now they can use to go out on the pond. We have I just got some cornhole specialty ones made for the house that people can use. So just adding like little touches, new benches, new things for around the fire, kind of makes it feel like a camp. Like you're going to haunted camp for the weekend or
haunted
something.
summer camp.
There you go.
Yeah. But when we went there, we put like a tent up in the back and kept our gear in there, and then we had this big bonfire. That back then we were burning the old skids. Back there. Yeah, we were breaking the skids and we're burning those things. And it was really fun.
People just drop those off and leave them sit there. I'm whatever. I'll take it.
Yeah.
People will burn it.
And that's what we're doing. We're burning the skids, and we're hanging out back there, and in between because you're there overnight, and your energy does get drawn at times, and you have to really go outside, take your shoes off, and ground yourself a little bit. Yeah. Because you do get your energy drawn from you, so you got to take that break and get some things of water and. You go back in, but yeah, we had a good time there. Awesome weekend, that we had there a couple times. So like I said, I can't talk enough about how great that house is. So,
We have I think it might be Lourdes saying, "Are you coming to the Woodbridge Paracon?"
No, that's Mary Ann again.
Oh, Marianne. Sorry, Marianne.
Unfortunately, I can't this year. I committed to Mid-Michigan Paracon on that date. They've been doing it on the same date every year since it started, and I've gone to every single one of them. And immediately after last year, they booked me again. And New Jersey Prayer Unity Expo, they changed their date on, not unfortunately. I mean, I'm happy. I'm happy. It's a great event. One of my favorite events. I was so disappointed that they're both on the same day this year. I talked to John at Gettysburg, and he was like, "Man, I would have moved it." I go, "You wouldn't have moved it for just me." He goes, "Yes, I would have." I'm like, but he said next year we'll see, and maybe it'll be on a different day, so we can do both of them again. But yeah, I'm sorry, I'm going to miss it, but it's sucks, because those were like literally two of my favorite events on the same day. It's crazy.
That sucks. Ronnie Iacovetti says he will work with you anytime.
Likewise.
It'd be amazing. Yeah. Dan is an amazing person who has made noticeable improvement to the Hinsdale house. This is how I read. Okay. We welcome any opportunity to work with him anywhere.
Anywhere.
Any underwear.
Pitbull's Angel said you could restore the honeybee population all by yourself.
Well, I mean, we didn't kill them. So, I mean, it's funny that they said market haunted honey. They actually have haunted Hinsdale honey at the stand on Route 16 in Hinsdale, where the honey beekeepers are from. And so I'll let them play off that one a little bit. Let them use that marketing ploy. I was thinking about having a couple jars at the house, but then I thought if it tipped over or something, and then bugs
and the glass.
We'll let them handle the bees. We'll handle the haunted part of it.
I remember with the bees when we used to do it was Mary's room, and it was sitting there, and it's like, what's that? There's something vibrating in the wall. It's a freaking.
It's 5 million honeybees.
Yeah.
Well, they estimated about 500,000.
Oh, get out of here!
It was a huge colony. They were there from this. At least I know the 70s when Claire wrote her book. They were talking about those bees, and they never got rid of them. That honeycomb was like 4-foot pieces into the floorboard. It was juicy. It was good.
Wow.
I took a bite.
Lourdes said, I remember trying to go into the woods and sliding in the mud, and now there are beautiful stairs that you added.
And that's exactly why they're there. You evolve, right? So things happen, and you try to make things better, the experience better for everybody. And that was an issue, because like when the hill would get wet, and I'm not going to say it happened to me, but it did. I was doing a tour, and I had some folks up there at the tree, and I had my geo box up there with me. I tell you what, as I started slowly going down the hill, my feet went from underneath me, and I had my box up. I was holding it up like this as I was sliding down the mud. At all costs, none of that was not going to hit the ground, but I sacrificed my body. I'm like, damn, I'm putting steps in.
You just made me think of that movie. What was it? Oh God. It was like an Indiana Jones movie.
Where they slid down the hill.
Yeah, with the jewels.
Mm-hmm. Except I wasn't as graceful. I think I know what you're talking about. I didn't like slide down. I was like rolling down. And I was bleeding. My pants were full of mud.
You didn't have jewels in your hand that you were trying to keep track of?
Geo was safe.
The Geo was in his hand. You kidding?
Yes.
So it was like Woodstock there when it rained. It's like now in the mud and everything.
It was like the adult version of a slip and slide that wasn't so graceful.
I remember when you first got that box. You actually came. We were doing an investigation there, and you came to the house. I think it was the first night, and you were using it, and it wasn't fully charged. So we listened to bits and pieces, and then it died. Because I think you just got it at that time.
Yeah, it was. I got it in 2016. So.
Yeah, that's because you were at the house at that weekend. And you brought it there to try it out. And it wasn't fully charged, so it's like it was going in and out, and then finally died. It just got it. So.
I think Marianne got it. Marianne said Jewel of the Nile.
The Jewel of the Nile.
There you go.
I think it was a woman who was doing it too, and she had like a skirt on with a white blouse. Totally changes the look. Lourdes wants to know, do people experience entities rushing at them, especially on the second floor? Because she did. One of the most memorable paranormal experiences because it scared the shit out of her.
I mean, yeah. I mean, people have experienced things there all the time. I mean, it's cool because we've been keeping records, like all the teams that come there. And I know that you've signed it, Anthony. I've gone back and seen some of your posts, and um, it's cool to go back and read what other teams experienced. So we're digitizing all of that, and that's going to be part of the new book. So there's documentation from the teams that were there and experiences. It's not me just saying, "Oh, this is the haunted house. Come and check it out." Here's all these experiences happening since 2012 from groups and people that have been there. Read these and let come and check it out for yourself and see what happens. Come with an open mind.
Yeah.
But it's cool to be able to like document the hotspots too. But I just feel like anything can happen anytime, anywhere.
Yeah, that place, I mean, I found a lot of activity outside too, besides inside.
Yeah.
Things charging you. I had things charging me. It was like 5 o'clock in the morning, and I was putting the fire out. Well, I was inside. Everybody's inside, and I put the fire out. I was a scoutmaster for 14 years. I know how to put out fires. So I'm in the back. I'm sitting in the kitchen, and I see like a light going on. So look at the flames starting to come back up in the fire. I just put like a gallon of water on the freaking thing. So it's okay, maybe some embers. I don't know. I go out there, another thing of water. I'm pouring it on it. All of a sudden, I hear like something charging through the woods, going like coming through the wood from the area, not from where the road is, but like through the bushes, coming at me. So I'm like, it's like 5 o'clock, and I'm putting this thing out, and I'm like, something's coming charging at me. I was more afraid it was like a coyote or a bear or something else, And I'm like, hell with this. Everybody's sleeping. If I get eaten now, nobody's going to know I got even attacked. So I ran back inside, because I hear this thing coming through. I was like, oh, that's like the first time I ever really ran. And I went inside. I shut the door, locked the door, and I'm looking out the window. There's nothing there. So, yeah, charging. I mean, everybody I know has been there, has some sort of experience of, if not charging and something being touched, or hearing something or seeing something. I can't talk enough about this place.
Apparently, Lourdes thinks the same way because she said, check out the Hinsdale house, y'all.
Yeah, and everybody I know says the same thing. You know what I mean? Like there's
That's
other
good.
places. There's a place I like, but the Hinsdale is one of the top. I got a couple number ones. And
I could have had
place-
Anthony do the show. He
Yeah.
speaks just as nice about it as I do,
But we wanted to talk to you.
I know. I'm just kidding. But that's what I'm saying. Like, the house has that effect on people. Like, he could do a whole show on the Hinsdale house, I'm sure.
I can't wait to get there.
It's funny because I've always been one to let people promote themselves and do what they want to do, and people like I find it weird when like somebody that's in their element, like stuff like you do, Anthony, or somebody like a YouTuber or whatever, and they're doing their thing, and they experience something, and they're like, "Is it okay if I talk about it?" They question, "Is it okay?" I go, "Yeah, talk about it. Like that's your experience. Like let people know what happened there. Like why would I hold you back from talking about something that happened to you? That's what you came there for. That's what happened, and now you need to talk about it. It's not like I'm not like I don't know, like some places like try to make like capitalize off that or something or what, but it's like no. I mean, I don't charge anybody just because you're doing a television show or a YouTube show. It's the same price, like it's. I'm not out to like kill people. It's
advertising for you.
Exactly.
So
Free advertising.
Yeah,
Actually,
right.
no, they're paying me to advertise. I look at something like that, right? They're paying the house, and then they're advertising it for me.
Right.
Like
So
they're promoting it.
If somebody wants
yourself,
to
like you said,
rent the house
itself.
to
I'm sorry.
investigate, what do they need to do?
Just go to my website, danielclass.com, click on the Hinsdale House link, or go to hauntedhinsdalehouse.com. There'll be a book now button, and you can book day tours. early evening ghost tours, or you can do our regular tours at night, or you can book the house for an overnight investigation for your group or yourself,
Mhm.
whatever level you feel comfortable with.
And I recommend it 100%. If you're a
We do.
paranormal investigator on the East Coast that you can get up there, I drive 7 hours to go up there for overnight and then driving hours back. So I'm on the road 14 hours to spend, a night at the Hinsdale. And like I said, it's more. If you're a paranormal investigator, you have to check it out at least once or twice or 3 or 4 or 5.
Yeah, we've had teams
20
come from
times.
all over the place: England, Australia, Canada, Brazil,
Awesome.
Ireland.
What if they want you to be with them?
Well, that type of thing I have to know way ahead of time. If I can go, I go. Honestly, like if people ask me if I can stop up and I'm able to do it, I do stop up. But a lot of the times, if I'm at an event or something's happening or it's a family thing, like they had the camping event a couple weeks ago, and I told them, I might have an event that I have to go to. I'm not 100% sure I can go to it, but I have more than enough people. I had the, it's a family thing, so I couldn't go to the camp out,
Yeah.
but the
Well, it was hard to get you on this show because when we sat down, the first time you had a family thing, and then I at Hinsdale, and then at Gettysburg when I sat down, I went to your table. So okay, let's get a date, and you have a calendar like holy shit. Every bit of that calendar has marks on it. I'm like, you think you could fit this in somewhere? It's like
Dan,
I
do you
did,
have
here
it
I am.
color-coded?
I have it all color coded.
That's how mine is.
Yeah.
June 10th.
Oh, somebody emailed you in June.
Pitbull.
What was it for? I try to respond to all the emails I get, so.
Yeah. No, I mean, also, if they have you on Facebook, that's a good thing, too.
That or my phone number,
Yeah.
just call me.
I did try calling that 800 number.
No.
That 800 number I called, it was like somebody breathing heavy on the other side asking me what I'm wearing.
Oh my God.
What the hell?
Must have misdialed that one.
I don't think that's an 800 number, Anthony.
No, it's
That's
a
like a
900 number or 976. Oh, I
Wrong
guess
number.
I guess you make money on the side, huh?
Me?
Yeah, well, give me your area code. No. Oh. I was like, oh.
But we don't get paid for the show, so I should start.
Yeah. I mean, I get in touch with you with your phone number, or when I get in touch with you, it's usually the phone number or Facebook. And you're pretty good getting back with people, so. All new projects for them.
Well, they said that
Always
they will
new
reach back out to you on Facebook.
Okay, cool.
But Lourdes wants to know if you have any new projects coming up.
Always. I always have like 4 or 5 irons in the fire. So we have some cool stuff that we're going to be filming in October, new stuff, the end of October. Can't really say too much about it yet, but it's going to be good. It's going to be really good. I'm
You
excited.
got to get you together with them and do Satacom. We got to set
Yeah,
something up.
I plan on bringing them back to do some more.
Mm-hmm.
It went so well the first time.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to look like rock stars when the show comes out. It's awesome.
Superstar.
Superstar.
They are superstars. They're always.
Yeah, now they can look and feel it.
Yeah, that's good.
They're going to need to get some. They're going to need to get the
When you start charging.
Okay, guys. Well, it's about that time. We wasted two of your precious hours talking to us. So I'm gonna put up your website.
All right.
Oh, and while I'm doing this, I did mention in the announcement that you also have creepytalent.com.
Creepy Talent.
right?
Yeah, that's one of my agents for events or Arcane Entertainment. For like
So,
one's for events like conventions, one's for colleges and guest lecture speakers and stuff like that.
so everything else can be seen on danielclass.com, right?
Right. Just go to
So
the
that's
top and
user
click the
friendly.
hyperlink.
Okay, so we'll just put that one out, and everybody can get your books through there.
Yep.
They
If you
can
want to go, if
find-
you want to check out my store, just click on the store and it'll take you right to my store. Interested in Deathwalker, click on Deathwalker. If you're interested in Ghost Finders, click on Ghost. It's all easy, very easy to figure out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Definitely
So
buy
that's
some shirts and everything from the store. Shirts
Yeah, we
or
just
whatever you guys got.
Just added about 20 new designs up there, so we'll started promoting them this week. So
And you got
I'm
some
gonna
of the coolest shirts out there too. I'm gonna look at some of the shirts. So I've been, where I go, I usually pick up a shirt from a location if they're selling shirts, and you got some of the coolest ones. You know.
yeah, I have a lot of different designers, and I try to pick out good designers and have them come up with cool ideas and let them. I always thought like with artists, when you're dealing with an artist, that what their genre is, what they're best at, is what I want them to come up with an idea with. So like if you're like doing like skulls, or if you like doing animation or whatever, come up with a design and incorporate the Hinsdale House haunted spooky kind of with it, and let me see what you come up with. And that's kind of how I've got some of the best designs. See?
So, thank you everyone for watching. As usual, next week we will have Mike King, the sheriff from Ghosts of Shepherdstown, with us.
And Ghost of Morgan City.
And what?
He was on Ghost of Morgan City too.
Oh yeah, he was.
Yeah, Ghost from Morgan City also. Yes.
Thank you for that.
Mike
You're welcome.
King.
Maybe you should be a guest.
Average
guest
biker. He loves
co-host.
to ride that bike to Gettysburg.
There you go.
So this is Dimensions of the Supernatural. We will be here same time, same place, as usual, next week, Thursday, 7:30 to 9:30 Eastern Standard Time. And Lauren Grudzinski with Anthony Simonelli and great guests and Peter and Clay. We will see you next time.
Okay.
Anthony?
I wanted to say, be safe out there. You want to look for ghosts, not be a ghost, and know something, forget about it.
Forget about it. See you next
Gabagool.
time, everybody.
Gabagool.